All right, Shalom. I want to start off as always by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Racha HaKodash. Double honors unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love to the brothers out there doing his work in truth and sincerity. And also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And as you can see, the title of this lesson is going to be Israel's mourning turned to joy. And I got this quote here from the title of Jeremiah chapter 31. This chapter here. And I wanted to read a few verses in this chapter. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's pretty long. But I'll read a few verses here just going into Israel mourning being turned to joy. And our people, the Israelites, the true Israelites of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, we've been in a state of mourning for centuries, We've been humiliated. We've been disenfranchised. We've been just completely broken as a people, right? And that hell came upon us because of our disobedience towards the Most High, The Lord had already told Moses that Jake will rebel and that, Jake will forsake his covenant, break his covenant, and start serving other gods and, pretty much being ninjas, And guess what? That's exactly what happened. You read the scriptures, man, Jake just showing out, right? It's documented what Jake was doing in the Holy Land, How Jake behaved. It's documented, man. And so because of that disobedience, the Most High judged us, right? Scattered us. You know the story, if you haven't read it, right? But the Most High, even in the midst of his wrath towards our people, man, he promised mercy. He promised joy. He promised restoration. Even though Jake did all that wickedness and still doing wickedness, man, the Most High in his great mercy, bro, is going to restore our people, man, Can't nobody say that the Most High not merciful, bro. He already foretold that he was going to restore Jake, man. And look at Jake out here in the world, bro. Jake is completely destroyed, bro, Spiritually, mentally, physically, Jake just out of there, bro. I was watching some videos about the bike week they had in South Carolina, I believe. They have an annual bike, gathering, motorcycles and whatnot. And boy, in them videos, man, all you see is Jake wilding out, Wherever you see a group of black people, bro, you got to just go the other way. You are putting your life at risk when you go amongst Jake, man. And they ain't got no sense, But the Most High gonna fix our people, man. All right? It's just right now, Jake gonna suffer them curses. They're gonna do what they do. But the Most High gonna fix them, And these scriptures goes into that. And so I pray that this is edifying, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 31. In verse 1, it says, "At the same time, said the Lord Yahweh, will I be the God of all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people." So eventually, right, the Most High is going to accept all of Jake, right? As of right now, he's only dealing with the remnant, but the Most High will eventually be a God to all the families of Israel. Now, also, this scripture debunks hell, man, that certain Israelites are teaching. How can the Most High be a God to all the families of Israel if you got Israelites going to, to hell? That would be impossible. If they were born Israelites, then the Most High has to be a God to them, according to the Bible. The Most High not going to break his word. So saying that Israelites are going to hell, which don't exist anyway, but saying Israelites going to hell is a complete contradictory of the scriptures, right? Just total lack of understanding, right? But reading on here, it says, "Thus said the Lord Yahweh, the people which were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness, even Israel, when I went to cause him to rest. The Lord had appeared of old unto me, saying, Yea, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Therefore, with loving kindness have I drawn thee." Now, verse 3 here should make you think about John 3:16, right? That's a scripture that Christians like to run to, say that God loves everybody. No. He loves Israel with an everlasting love. Okay? He made that promise long ago. It was set up in the spirit, actually. Right? The Most High been set it up in the spirit, man. That he will love his people. Okay? His judging of Jacob, correction of Jacob, is his love. To teach Jacob a lesson, man. And Jake still ain't learned. Right? Jake just messed up inside, man. Okay? Jake is a hard people, bro. They are hard, strange people, man. Right? But the Lord said, Yea, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Therefore, with love and kindness have I drawn thee. It says, again, I will build thee, and thou shalt be built, O virgin of Israel. Thou shalt again be adorned with thy tabrets, and shall go forth in the dances of them that make merry. So in other words, man, the Most High gonna put Jake back on the level, okay? To where Jake will be honored and beautiful, gracious, man, glorious, okay? Kings and priests, our women, princesses, man, beautiful, our children in complete order, righteousness, man. This is what we're going back to, okay? These captivities have been a hell of a ride. We've been moved and shuffled and kicked around for a long time, man. Just totally detached from the Most High. But here in these last days, the Most High, man, has gathered his remnant, has sent forth his spirit, and Jacob's being built back up, all right? But it's really going to happen when Yahweh Shai get here, okay? It says, and shall go forth in the dances of them that make merry. Yeah, we're going to be celebrating. Pretty much. Slack for that. Had to handle something. But yeah, man, the Most High gonna build Jake back to our former glory. All right. Reading on here, it says, verse 5, thou shalt yet plant vines upon the mountains of Samaria. The planters shall plant and shall eat them as common things. For there shall be a day that the watchman upon the mount of Ephraim shall cry, arise, and let us go up to Zion unto the Lord Yahweh our God. For thus said the Lord Yahweh, sing with gladness for Jacob, and shout among the chief of the nations. Publish ye, praise ye, and say, O Lord Yahweh, save thy people, the remnant of Israel. And that's who the Lord is going to come and save, right? He's only dealing with the remnant of Israel. That's what he's coming to save right now, in this current time, okay? Eventually, all the tribes will be saved, as it said in verse 1, right? Verse 8 goes into it, says, behold, I will bring them from the north country. Who is the them, right? I will bring them from the north country. The them is talking about the remnant of Israel, okay? This ain't talking about no spiritual Israelites. Okay, for you Christians out there who are just bugged out your minds. This is not no spiritual Israelites, man. These are actual Israelites who will be saved. It says, behold, I will bring them from the north country and gather them from the coast of the earth. And with them the blind and the lame, the woman with child, and her that travaileth with child together. A great company shall return thither. Okay? And the Apostle John saw that great company. Also Esdras, other prophets, right? That multitude whom no man could number. They were all Israelites, okay? Who were scattered all across the world from the coast of the earth, meaning they're everywhere, okay? You got Israelites all over the world, man, amongst all people. But the Most High is going to gather them, right? He's going to gather the Israelites, the remnant, that is, okay? And we're going back to the Holy Land. It says, and I say we humbly, because I don't know, but I'm hoping, right? It says, they shall come weeping, and with supplications will I lead them. I will cause them to walk by the rivers of waters in a straight way, wherein they shall not stumble. For I am a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my firstborn. In other words, the Lord is going to give us a new covenant, man. And Jake would never fall off again. Jake would never rebel again. Jake would never be, kicked out of the land again. No more wickedness, no more gang banging, no more whores amongst our women. No more wickedness amongst Jake, period. The Most High going to give us true righteousness, man. Okay? True righteousness for all of us. And Jake needs that bad. Okay? It says, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh, O ye nations, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, he that scattered Israel will gather him and keep him as a shepherd doth his flock. So, bro, if you can't see that salvation is only for the Israelites, then you're completely bugged out. You're completely bugged out, man. The Most High is going to gather the scattered Israelites. Okay? The scattered Israelites. That's whom the Lord is coming to save. You people make this hard, man. And it shouldn't be that hard. Okay? But you make it hard. Just by being ridiculous. All right? Just being completely ridiculous. But hey, that's on you and your understanding, right? It says, for the Lord had redeemed Jacob and ransomed him from the hand of him that was stronger than he. Therefore they shall say, therefore they shall come and sing in the height of Zion, right? Israel gonna do that, right? And shall flow together to the goodness of the Lord Yahweh, for wheat and for wine and for oil, and for the young of the flock and of the herd. And their soul shall be as a watered garden, and they shall not sorrow any more at all. The Israelites, okay? This is all we're saying when we're preaching, that the Most High coming to fix us, man. He's coming to restore us, okay? The Most High never said he loved everybody and everything, okay? It doesn't mean that he don't provide, people out here, in the world, the heathen, but they ain't on Jake level. Jake is special to the Most High, a peculiar people whom he go to war for. So we're going to be well taken care of. No more captivity, no more paying rent, all this madness, child support. Bro, the Most High not dealing with that, okay? The Most High is going to, he going to upgrade Jake, man. Save Jake. We need saving, bro. This ain't it, okay? This has to be the last captivity, man, because of what's happening in prophecy, okay? In the world. Once this sorrow is over with, that's it, bro. Jake ain't never going down no more. It says, then shall the virgin rejoice in the dance, both young men and old together, for I will turn their mourning into joy, and will comfort them, and make them rejoice from their sorrow. Boy, it's a bad scripture. Boy, this is a bad scripture right here. Okay? Hey, the Most High, man. You gotta love it, Jake. You gotta love it, bro. Then shall the virgin rejoice in the dance, both young men and old together. Right? Jake gonna be celebrating, man. Having a good time. For I will turn their mourning into joy, and will comfort them, and make them rejoice from their sorrow. So the Most High, man, gonna bless us, bro. He gonna bless Jake and restore Jake back to the glory that he once had, right? But it's gonna be even better, bro. Okay? It's gonna be even better. It says, and I will saturate the soul of the priest with fatness, and my people shall be satisfied with my goodness, saith the Lord Yahweh. Man, the Most High gonna satisfy us with his goodness. So we have great things in store for us, man. All we got to do is just keep on pushing, okay? Have these promises at the forefront of your mind, man, okay? Have these at the forefront of your mind as something to look forward to help you keep on pushing on, right? So with that, I'll close out. Lord willing, it was edifying. I'll praise you. How about Shem Shai, by Shem Chakodash. Shalom.